welcome all to another replay episode of Total War Friday. This is Total War Attila. Tim and I are going at it again. I'm still trying to beat Tim, and I guess we're just going to have to find out if I'm finally able to beat Tim. He's got about double the amount of playtime in Total War as a franchise that I do, so he's definitely my arch rival right now. I'm trying to get him. So I am playing as the Huns. You can go ahead and check out my forces here. Tried to employ a ton of horse archers. I actually kind of wish I'd brought more, to be totally honest, but they turned out to be very effective. These are the Avar Horde. These are some of the best horse archers in the game. So I figured let's not make the same mistake of last week and go with some really higher quality troops. So these are, I've got another 4 over there. We've got some Lancer troops here, first wave Lancers. You can check out these. The unit design is just awesome. So we have these guys, a bunch of them, and then we've got Hunnic Devil Cavalry. So these are more of a melee cavalry. You can see they're a bit more armored, and they use these. They've got archery skills, but they can also have melee skills as well. So it's a good kind of hybrid unit. And then we have our shock cavalry all along here. Lots and lots of cavalry. I do have a central nucleus of infantry here. Most of the spearmen are made up of just classic Hunnic spears. They're like medium spear infantry here. As you can see, I did spike their experience up quite a bit, and I have some medium melee infantry here. Hunnic dismounted warband here, so we've got them. Several units of them as well. Hunnic spears across the line. I kind of created like this indented line so I could move more flexibly around. See how that would work for me. More Hunnic spears all along that front line there. We've got more shock cavalry and of course more bow cavalry here. So that's kind of the makeup of my... I've got some more cavalry back here. Let's see. Some Nokors and then more of that double cavalry. I also brought some of the better archers that the Huns bring. The War, I don't know if they're War or Uar archers. So I wanted to bring a nice balanced army to the force. I probably should have done a little more cavalry. And Tim here, he is playing as the Sassanids. So he can kind of counter me a little bit because he also has great cavalry. So I don't really have a huge advantage. He's got these Persian mounted warriors here, elite Savarin cavalry, and of course the Griv Panvar cataphracts. Cataphracts are really, really deadly, heavily armored shock cavalry. So they are a force to be reckoned with. In the center, he's got a bunch of archers, Persian bows, and he's got very heavy spear infantry. He made a great idea. He knew he'd be bringing a lot of cavalry. So he got the heaviest, most expensive heavy spear infantry, and then he just amped up their experience so they won't break. These are some badass units right here that he's got. Some more infantry and cavalry on the left flank here, so you got some infantry coming out all the way to here. He's got some swords, some Dolomite warriors, and then the cavalry on the left flank, some onagers. He has some other surprises hidden for us as well, which we'll see later. And here you can hear the Naft throwers. I think they throw like bombs basically. So he brought some elite infantry. So he brought heavy infantry to my medium. So that will be an interesting play to see who can win that. So let's go ahead and get this started. And right off the bat, as you can see, here I got my cavalry going here.
We have sighted the enemy!
I wanted to make sure and start getting some fire on them as soon as I could. Too much damage in that first shot here, but we're just kind of getting an idea of what our range here now. We're going to start nailing some shots on them, forcing them back into their line here. He's going to bring out some cavalry here, meet our advance. check us a little bit. But it's not really going to do anything because I can just back off and continue firing. It's a really deadly force. Now he's bringing his army, both of us are bringing our armies here into the center of the field, between these trees. I didn't want to force too much, but at the same time he's got that advantage with those onagers. So that was the part that kind of put me into a bind. Like when I gotta move forward, he's gonna shoot me with his archers. Here are got archer cavalry just trading fire here, exchanging arrows. I outnumber them by quite a bit. Shots off. So I have to move my army up here soon, which I will do. We've got a bunch of stuff going on over here. As you can see, Tim is moving his cavalry up in kind of formation. I'm just kind of testing them here. I'm going to follow these guys out here because they're melee cav. And we're going to shoot at them. So he's going to charge at us, but I've got them set to run in skirmish mode, so that's not going to work. Oh, we might catch up. Gotta run away, guys. Oh, and he gets a charge in. And those cataphracts are definitely going to do a lot of damage to my archer cav here. And you can see here, I'm bringing my force up here, trying to get them out of that range of fire. Bringing my cavalry up the center line here as well. My archers behind so they can lay down some suppressing fire. And all the while here, it's got my... Oh, my cat took a big beating right there. Look at that, the rock killed a lot of guys there. Oh, that was close.
Our men have given up and are running for their lives.
I'm just rushing these archers, trying to get them to stop their fire. We've got all kinds of entanglements on the left flank still. But he's going to beat me up out here. My horse archers are still over here, just laying into him. We're also having a battle out here. I got in behind his cavalry with some of my devil warriors. So they came in and won that engagement.
The men are broken and running for their lives.
And then boom, here goes our army. Oh man, nice shot there. Engagement here in the center. Tons and tons of arrows blackening the sky in either direction. But he's got higher quality troops than I do still. I'm not learning that lesson here.
Our forces have found their courage. Back to the fight.
As you can see over here, we're still
Units
locked in this battle in here, but we are winning on this right flank. However, Tim is winning on the left flank, so we kind of have this dichotomy here, where he's got me here pretty bad. We've got our soldiers out here fighting on this flank out here.
Unit is running from the enemy.
And unfortunately, his troops are able to kind of defeat mine in the center. Well, he sent his generals straight into the back of his own troops, but still, they're good support. So I send my melee cavalry up here on the right side. So watch their progress. I wasn't sure. I'm like, well, I can go in and go after these guys. Then I saw his elephants here. He's got these giant war elephants.
Our men flee the field of battle.
And
This
that
is a
is not
shameful
good.
display.
Meanwhile, in the center, my infantry is starting to lose the battle. As you can see, he's freeing up more and more of his infantry troops as they just cut through my own. So that's something to keep an eye on for sure. And here he is. See, look at him. He's just outnumbering my soldiers now. They've just won that center line as these arrows just fly in every direction. However, I have completely won on the right flank here. I have dominated the right flank. So we got to make the right decisions here. Got my horse archers up. I want to line them up.
Our men run from the enemy. This is shameful.
Yeah, you can see all of my infantry are breaking here in the center. Shoot some fire to the skirmishers here. Got a nice little charge here. Boom, right into the skirmishers. So they're not going to last long there at all. You see I'm bringing my horse archers in. So we're getting in behind them, taking out some of his missile troops. I was like, alright, let's go for his onagers, get those out of the picture. But none of that fixes the main issue. So I set up my archers here, fire at his general, charge my lancers into his general, trying to take out his general as quick as I could. Maybe turn the tide of this battle in the center. I was never able to take his archers out, and they were really able to just keep supporting fire up on wherever he needed it the whole time, and that was a really important part of the fight. And as you can see, he has completely won in the center here.
The whole unit has been destroyed.
So I have pretty much lost my infantry, so it's not looking good for me right now. But don't underestimate the power
A unit has
of
used all
Hunnic
available
horse
ammunition.
archers. Took out the onager over here, kind of encircling. As you can see, I'm coming all the way, collapsing his left flank here. We're going to go after these elephants as quickly as we can. Better to charge them than then charge us. So we've got our archers fighting them. And I've got my horse archers here just laying in these men. And his general is on the run. In fact, his general is right here.
The men are broken and are fleeing.
And there goes
The enemy
his
general
commander.
is fallen.
So his general goes down, but then all of my cavalry break right at the same moment as these spearmen come crashing into their flank. And their archers coming in, cleaning up a bunch of my troops that are running. I like this horse right here. Very symbolic of all the death and carnage that's taking place. And here's a micromanaging problem for me. I didn't realize these guys are just sitting here, so that's my fault. He's got his heavy spearmen running across the plain here to come support his elephants that are under attack.
Our men have rallied.
And here come the spearmen. Never good. Archers all still around firing and supporting his troops. But I have a lot of cavalry still. And I surround him for the most part, but they're spearmen, so it's tough to approach them. You're trying to hit them in the flanks as much as you can. So what I'm trying to do is take out these swordsmen. Since they're easier to kill with the cav here. Get a nice charge.
Our men are breaking up.
Ooh, right in the second charge here as they go into the tree line. That's good. He's got so much infantry so low. Trying to charge these swordsmen as quickly as I can. And here comes spearmen.
The men are broken and running for their lives.
Try to get them out of there. just don't want your cavalry up against those heavy shields and spears. It's just suicide. So he's pursuing some of my guys out of there. I've got my general out here. I'm trying to figure out what to do with all these guys. Look at this suicide. And then I realized, I was like, oh no, get out of there. It's too late.
Cowards! Our hidden units have been discovered.
Horse archers against spearmen, that's not going to last long.
We are losing ground.
And over here I've got my men in here charging these swordsmen again.
They're not done yet.
They're charging in the rear. We are definitely taking those guys out. I got my general out of that death trap.
We have revealed their concealed men.
There's not much we can do. Look at all this heavy spear infantry here.
The men are running. Stand and fight, damn you!
Look at these brave few here coming after my general. Ooh, and they get a piece of them too, but they kind of slide through. As you can see, there's not much hope for me now, and that is the battle that will do it. As you can see, if we just fast forward a little bit, they just sort of rout me out of my positions. I just have no recourse. So I think I do a suicide charge here.
The men are running.
Right.
Stand and fight, damn you!
Maybe not. Maybe they just run off. Not even a glorious suicide charge.
The men are running, cowards!
Oh, here it is. And there they go. Well, I almost beat him, guys. I'm not that good at this game, if you can't tell, at least through battles. And Tim has played a lot more, and he, you know, credit to him, he's been able to best me. So I guess you're just gonna have to wait until maybe next week. We do have a special campaign coming. Now, I know we have the Skaven campaign going. We're not sure if we're going to keep it going. We only got about 2 to 3 views on each video, so not a lot of demand for it. However, the Tomb Kings are coming out for Warhammer 2 soon, so that could be a bit of a hint as far as our next campaign project. So keep your eyes peeled for that one. But we'll catch you next week, and we are going to find out if I can finally beat Tim. Stay tuned. And we'll catch you next Total War Friday. Later.